Hi, this is Christopher Jones with Authentic Leader, where I bring out high performance in every leader. So I'm glad that you're here with us today. Now, leaders that I work with, over the last few weeks, I've been hearing a lot of the same kinds of struggles. And even in other meetings that I'm involved with, when I'm meeting with leaders, they're also talking about the same kind of struggles. And that struggle is really prioritization of the activities that they're involved in. One of the biggest struggles I find that leaders have is having confidence that the activities that they're working on is really producing the highest value. And then how do you know those activities really are going to produce that high value? So I believe that this is a universal struggle that just about every leader struggles with. And it's a struggle that I don't know that will ever truly go away, but we can give you some tools and some strategies to help increase the confidence the activities you're working on actually truly are providing the greatest value. Now, even I have been developing this skill for more than 20 years, and I feel that I'm still continuing to struggle with it, but I get incrementally better every year, every week, quite honestly. I'm always looking for better strategies that I can increase my performance and ensure that I'm working on the highest value work. So I'll tell you just a little bit about my story. First off, I'm one of those kind of people. I just love to organize things. I love to put things in compartments and categorize and determine where things go. And this is also true when it comes to management of my time, or really my priorities and how I use my time. So I'm sure that any college student, or really even you, I'm sure probably remember a time where maybe you used a paper calendar, one that you would get at any office supply store. And that's really what I used all throughout college. I just love the idea of being able to look at a glance to see where I need to be, when I need to be there, what kinds of things do I need to be working on, where can I schedule some time to make sure I'm getting the most important work done. I eventually graduated really to electronic organizers and electronic calendars, things like that, really simply because I love technology. But I really enjoyed the aspect of making sure I was organizing my day and how I could be most efficient in the use of my day. And then I had an opportunity to go to a program that was called Franklin Quest. It's a Franklin Quest training program. It ultimately became Franklin Covey, and they're actually known as Franklin Covey today after a merger. This is when a lot of people in the mid-90s were carrying around those 7-ring binders. You might remember them. I had one. It was a really nice, pretty leather binder where I was able to keep all of my information. I was able to keep my prioritized to-do list. I kept my daily, weekly, and monthly calendar in there. And additionally, all the notes that I took when I was at meetings or phone calls or something like that. It's really a terrific system for organizing all of your information. And for more than 10 years, I used that system. It was a handwritten system. Even though I like technology, it was a system that worked so well for me, I kept with that handwritten system. Now, eventually, I actually had the opportunity to become the trainer of that program. When I was in corporate America, at one of the headquarters that I worked at, I had the opportunity to become the corporate trainer for the Franklin Quest system. But I really had a strange thing happen to me. Days and even weeks after I would deliver a training program to people in the headquarters, I found that people were actually avoiding me. They would see me walking down the hall and I'd see them duck down an aisle somewhere. Or they'd be in a meeting and I'd be talking with them, and as soon as it looked like the subject was going to come up about how they're doing with their system, they'd change the subject really quickly. So it was hard to understand what was really going on. So finally, I cornered somebody and I just genuinely went to them and said, hey, I recognize that there are people who are avoiding me, who have been to this training program, including you. Now, I'm not here to really grill you or anything like that. I just really would like to understand, why is that? And fortunately, they were able to give me the honest truth. And what they said to me is, Chris, I'm really sorry that I have been avoiding you. I don't know about anybody else, but I can tell you from my experience that the program and the system for Franklin Quest is really terrific. It's really good. It's a sound system that really covers and completes everything. But I have to tell you, Chris, I'm a little ashamed that I'm not using the system exactly how it's designed. And I feel like I'm really letting you down. And I didn't want to have to tell you that. But since you asked, I guess I need to let you know. So in that moment, that really taught me a valuable lesson. And I have subscribed to this really ever since that conversation. And the lesson is that there is no one perfect system that works for everybody. As a matter of fact, I don't think that there's any perfect system that works for any one person or any one system that's designed for one person other than the system that works for you. And from that point and from that day forward, the leaders that I work with, I've been telling, this is a model, this is a design, this is a system for you to consider. It's a tool for you to now begin with and then start to shape and model the system that works for you. I find that every leader I work with is entirely different. Everyone works an entirely different way, and I might argue that they should be doing their system this way or that way, but in the end, does it really matter? If it doesn't feel right and if it does not fit you and how you work, you're not going to use the system. What I'm simply happy about is that you have a system. It doesn't have to be anyone else's system, but as long as it's a system that works for you, I am perfectly happy. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Go out, find a system, find one that you can start from, so you basically have a lump of clay that you can now start to form and shape into the system that works for you. Now, I'll even tell you that I completely jumped on board with the Franklin Quest system, but in hindsight and looking back, I have to say, I don't know that I really truly ever used the system exactly as it is designed. I ended up really modifying a little bit just to kind of fit the way that I work, and really more than 20 years later, after I was delivering that training program, I really have a system that really works well for me. But even today, I'm finding new strategies or new small little tweaks that I can make to increase my productivity and ensure that I am performing at the high performance that I simply expect for myself, and quite honestly, I need to be successful in my business. So in the next video, we're going to talk about a system that will help you to identify the activities that you're working in and then how to categorize them and determine what kind of activities are they. More than that, really even single out what are the activities that are going to give you and provide you the highest value. So there is a companion download that goes along with this. Basically, it's a worksheet that goes along with all of these videos that you'll see over the coming weeks. And that companion document can be downloaded at ChristopherRJones.com/download 717. So go there, download your PDF document that is, basically it's a worksheet that goes along with these that will help you in customizing the system that works for you. Until next time, bring out high performance in your leadership.